is tight. Who will rise in the heat of the night? The finish line's near, we're on the edge. Who's taking the crown? Who's falling off the ledge? Mud flies, engines scream. White knuckle drivers chase their dream. Hearts pounding, loud and roar. Bob calls it all with a thunderous roar. So thank you again for tuning in tight. BobbethTV, where we live the fight. The engines may cool, but
It helps if I turn my headset on. BobbethTV is alive. You know what that means. We've got another episode of Knuckleheadz, sorry, Motowear TV coming your way. It's this one here. The logo I was looking for, Bob. That would have meant I would have gone straight to the next scene, which was the proper one. All right, we're here for the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's Motowear International Limited Late Models. Oh, my coffee is here, and we're just in practice at the moment. We're about to cut over to qualify. Give me one moment, guys. Sorry about that, guys. That could not have arrived at the worst possible time. Let me just get my breakfast out. Up there. Throw that rubbish over here. All right, let's get back to that intro. So yeah, so we're here for the Motowear International Limited Late Models. We've got Dirt Limited Late Models here at the Lernerville Speedway. This is for Knuckleheadz iRacing League's Racing Week. Okay, let's get that done. Let's get over to our other screen. Okay, looks like they've cut over to qualifying. Let's get all this info up on our screens. Oh, no qualifying, straight to our heat races. All right, we've got a lot of likes coming in. I'm really out of touch at the moment. Sorry, guys. It's been an interesting 24 hours. Found out some news about my family that wasn't good, but also not the way to find it out. So I'm a little bit rattled still. All right, where are we? Grid. Okay, so Motowear International Limited Late Models, Dirt Limited Late Models here at Lernerville Speedway. Mike Davis, Wayne Bridges are going to be in the front row of Heat 1. Cody Scrimshire and Dawson Potter, front row of Heat 2. Sorry, second row in Heat 1. Third row in Heat 1 is going to be Richard Jackson and Hayden H. Henthorne. All right. Let me get over to my Streamlabs. No, Chad is not on the track yet. Tombstone, Thomas Dennis in the chat over at Twitch. Welcome in, brother. And Casey McLean off at daughter's softball practice. Hopefully she's got that underarm pitch down pat. But we'll have you in the audience anytime. KC, excuse me. Looks like Cody Scrimshire did not take the track. Try and get some of this coffee into me. right, I hope I got that call out. I'm not sure if I did. John Bennett, Jonathan Fox with Brian Angel, Jason Coffey, Mikey Mixter, Henry Roslowski. No, just a 5-car field. Henry Roslowski not taking the field. Mikey Mixter also not taking the field. He's in the pits currently. Oh, Mikey's still in the pits. No. I think Mikey might have got a speeding in the pits. Black flag there. Not sure. Don't see him on the trail. There he is up the top there. John Bennett, Brian Angel, Jonathan Foxworth. That is the top 3. Behind him is Jason Coffey. Mikey Mixter 3 laps down, but out on the track. Oh, bit of contact there between the 7 of Brian Angel, Jonathan Foxworth. Jonathan Foxworth's going to move up into second. Brian Angel back to fourth as it looks like Jason Coffey trying to get that car up in front of Brian Angel's nose there to keep that position. Brian Angel now fourth, Jason Coffey third. John Bennett is going to secure the second outside pole front row starting position here tonight. Let's have a look at the points really quickly though on my side of things. And so Kent McLean is our points leader. Travis McDonald is our previous winner. So that'll be the EOLs for the night. So John Bennett getting himself in a good starting position. All right, let's get to the results for Heat 2 though. All right, there we go. Henry Roslowski in 6th. Mikey Mixter 5th. Yoda Outlaws, Brian Angel in 4th. RCI's Jason Coffey in 3rd. The B-Main Bandit, Jonathan Foxworth in 2nd. And J&J and BAM Motorsports driver John Bennett is our victor in Heat 2. All right, 3rd and final heat, I think. It's going to be Travis McDonald, Andy Williams. Front row, Kelly McKellen and Chris Dandridge on that second row. Alan Hunt and Brett Vanderwood will be on that 3rd and final row. They line up. There we go. All right, pace truck getting ready to leave the track. We're going to get our Heat 3 action underway here at the Lernerville Speedway. This is the Motowear International Limited Late Models for the Knuckleheadz iRacing League. Travis McDonald runs that low line, comes out high on that exit. Andy Williams behind him, Kelly McKellen in 3rd there. Standard Brett Vanderwood, Alan Hunt. So Kelly McKellen might have that run on that low line though. Some cams to make it a little bit easier to watch the action. Oh, a number of those cars coming together there. That's second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth right there. Travis McDonald's starting to run away with this one a little bit. Kelly McKellen's going to fall back to fifth, almost sixth there as Alan Hunt might have a run. He does by him. Alan Hunt moves up to fifth. Kelly McKellen back to sixth. Brett Vanderwood's up into fourth now. Andy Williams at third, but those two are side by side. Looks like Andy's going to make the slider line on that low pass. Come around, just two to go, but Brent not giving up just yet, but he's also got to deal with Kelly McKellen down there. Looks like he might have a spot there. And he's just, I thought Andy was just going to hold his line, cut down a little bit, keep that run going, but with the white flag lap to come, looks like Andy Williams is going to settle into fourth. Brett Vanderwood's going to take that third place. Let's get up to the front. Let's watch Chris come around through this. Watch Travis, sorry, come around in front of Chris for the final time and get that checkered flag, take out heat 3. Just spitting that grass up. All right, just waiting for the results to populate. There we go. All right. Boat Digging Mafia's Kelly McKell in 6th place. Alan Hunt finished in 5th. Andy Williams 4th. Yoda Outlaws driver Brett Vanderwood in 3rd. Outcast Racing's Chris Sandridge 2nd. But Travis McDonald, our points leader. Not points leader, sorry. Kent McLean's our points leader. Our previous winner from the previous week is the Heat 3 winner. All right, that is... All right, looks like we've got a Consi first. Let me just go to the iRacing screen so we can sort of see the laps. 15 and then at 50. Excuse-moi. All right, grid. 15 that lap. Consi race coming up first. Going to be Wayne Bridges and Jonathan Foxworth on that front row. This looks like it's inverted. Chris Standridge and Dawson, Potter. On that second row, Jason Coffey, Brett Vanderwood, third row. Fourth row is going to be Mike Davis and Brian Angel. Fifth row is going to be Andy Williams and Richard Jackson. Mikey Mixter and Alan Hunt on that sixth row. Seventh row is going to be Corey Scrimshire and Henry Roslowski, Kelly McKellen. Oh no, that's just not all of the drivers. It's some of the front guys have made their way through to the feature. And now we're taking these 15 and working out how they are going to line up. Off we go and racing. Our 15 a lap Consi is underway. Jonathan Foxworth away at Bridges. Chris Standridge, no, Jonathan Foxworth, Chris Standridge, Wayne at Bridges. That is the 3. Dawson Potter, Joseph Coffey 4th and 5th there. There we go. Bob, who do you have tonight? I'm going to wait till the feature. I'm going to wait till the feature race, and we'll see who looks good out there. Look, I definitely don't think it'll be Cody Scrimshire or Henry Roslowski. But look, I think the B-Main Bandit, he's a looking good. He's a good one. One of the Yoda Outlaws, maybe. Dawson Potter's another good option, but then again, you've also got John Bennett, etc. I think it's the only one who Travis McDonald, John Bennett. I think of someone else. I'm trying to work out who didn't, who skipped the consi. 7 of 15. It is still Jonathan Foxworth, our race leader. Chris Standridge in second. Dawson Potter third. Wayne Bridges fourth. Andy Williams in fifth. Brian Angel, Mike Davis, Jason Coffey, Brett Vanderwood, and Alan Hunt, the top 10. Michael Mixture, Kelly McKellen, Richard Jackson, the 11 to 13. Who have you got, KC? Almost 5 to go. 5 more laps remain in this Consi race. As we race around our 15-lap B main constellation race, it makes absolute sense that the B main bandit himself, Jonathan Foxworth, would be our race leader. Chris Standridge coming up on him hard though. Last lap just about upon us. Jump back up to Jonathan just in case Chris makes any sort of crazy moves. There it is. The B main bandit gets the job done in the Consi. Get those results up, I believe. Yep, there they are available now. All right, so in 15th place. No, I clicked on the results. Why didn't it go to the results? No, it wants to go to the grid. All right, Henry Roslowski, 15th. Cody Scrimshaw, 14th. Jason Coffey in 13th. Richard Jackson, 12th. Kelly McKellen, 11th. Mikey Mixter in 10th. 9th. Brett Vanderwood, 8th. Alan Hunt. Mike Davis in 7th. Brian Angel in 6th. Andy Williams, top 5. Wayne Bridges, 4th. Dawson Potter, 3rd. Chris Standridge, 2nd. But the B-main bandit himself, Jonathan Foxworth, gets the win. Let's have a look at this grid. It is going to be Hayden H. Henthorne and John Bennett on that front row. We know Travis McDonald's going to go to the rear of field, so Chris Standridge and Jonathan Foxworth will be on that second row. Wayne Bridges and Dawson Potter, 3rd row. Andy Williams and Brian Angel, 4th row. Alan Hunt and Mike Davis on that 5th row. 6th row is going to be Mikey Mixter and Brett Vanderwood. 7th row, Richard Jackson and Kelly McKellen. Jason Coffey and Travis McDonald should be on that 8th and final row, as Cody and Henry are not here. My teammate better win it, but Dawson and Wayne I'm pulling for as well. They are due and have been doing very well. Yeah. You are right. And that's what, look, I joke and say I'm going to wait until someone's like winning or something and then try and pick them. No, look, anyone is capable, more than capable and deserving of a win over here. All right, our 50-lap feature race here. 16 cars. go and racing. Hayden H. Henthorne, John Bennett up the front, battling it out. 3 wide they are as we come into 3 and 4. It looks like Hayden H. Henthorne went, nope, I don't want a part of that. He sort of stayed up high and fell out of it. Looks like there's been a little bit of an accordion down through the field with the difference in speed, though. Trying to work out who that is. I think it's Jonathan Foxworth. They got a bit loose. As Chris is going to move up on this battle against John Bennett here. We'll flick around the track. 50 laps, plenty of time to watch this battle play out. Caution is out. So we've got this one lined back up, ready to get this one back underway. First caution out for the night. Didn't see where it came up. The telemetry here at Lernerville, not the easiest to follow. So we'll just reset, start again. Lap 4 of 50 will be a go in just a moment. This is the Motowear International Limited late models for the Knuckleheadz iRacing League. It's our last race for the racing week. Lap of 5 just about in the books, the 10th of the way into this 50 lap battle. Another caution has come out. So that might have been Jonathan Foxworth. Let's have a look. Just caught it across the nose of Travis McDonald's car, into the 13 and the 44, back down into the 88 of Travis McDonald. Then the infield tyres bring them both to a rest. So we're getting this one all lined back up. I should probably get over to the race cams for the start, but we'll see how I go. I'm still only halfway through this coffee, so or not even. 16 cars still remain in this field. 18 registered for the race, 16 are here for our 50 lap feature race. race again. Looks like John Bennett off to a good start there. Wayne Bridges making a move on John Bennett there. Chris Standridge back there in third with Hayden H. Henthorne. Oh, there's been some contact. Looks like that was Chris Standridge that got turned at that time. A bit cautious there, Lernerville. Is that on? All right, looks like the Facebook stream has fallen over. Facebook side of things having some technical difficulties and didn't quite get the full race. For whatever reason, has decided to stop being live over at Facebook. So Twitch and YouTube still good to go. We're not sure what's caused that. Maybe some issues over at the Facebook side of the world. But lap 11 of 50. We're now a fifth of the way into this race. Let's jinx it by changing our cams. John Bennett, our race leader. There's Brian Angel in second. Hayden H. Henthorne in third. Andy Williams and Dawson Potter fourth and fifth. See Brett Vanderwood, Mikey Mixter, Mike Davis, Jason Coffey back there as well. Alan Hunt, Travis McDonald, Jonathan Foxworth, Chris Standridge. Oh, Dawson Potter's left the track. Kelly McKellen, Richard Jackson, Wayne Bridges, 14th, 15th and 16th. Lap 15 of 50, still racing pretty thick of it. Travis McDonald, he was our winner last week, had to go to the rear of a field for this race. Our other winner, or points leader, Kent McLean, not here tonight, so avoiding the rear of field, but doesn't pick up any points, unfortunately. So this is the time for some of these other guys to step up and close that points gap. Andy Williams currently in still actual equal second with Kent McLean, equal first with Kent McLean. McDonald currently second, technically. Foxworth and Moniz also there close by in points. Or just Foxworth in that regard, sorry. No Mike Moniz in this division. some bookkeeping. John Bennett's got about a 2.7 second lead on second place Brian Angel, and Hayden H. Henthorne is about 3.5, 4.2 for Eddie, and 6.6 for Brent Vanderwood. So John Bennett really starting to run away with this race. As we come up on the halfway mark, almost 23rd of 50 laps. Water. My coffee's still a bit hot. Bennett still extending that lead out. Looks like Brian Angel and Hayden H. Henthorne are going to battle it out for second and third very soon, so we might try and get onto that battle. There's Kelly McKellen trying to make his way into the top 10. Oh, a bit of a crossover there. That looked like Kelly McKellen, Jonathan Foxworth battling for 10th and 11th there. Jonathan Foxworth currently has the advantage. The Matman Designs 29. Caution has come out. That one, it looks like it might have been Alan Hunt. Let's have a quick look. Jason Coffey crashed first by the looks of that, so we'll jump to him first. Oh, he went off track and then jumped himself over to the pit lane. Let's jump up to Alan Hunt. There he is there, the 72, the 22 behind him. The 29 comes up the track a little bit. Oh, they got caught up, and unfortunately the 72 got forced off the track there. Kelly McKellen and Jonathan Foxworth might have come into contact after the fact as well. Yeah, just there. Jonathan squeezed up into the wall there. Kelly, unfortunately, getting stuck on the notes. Oh, there he comes. The Lernerville Speedway. That one is only our fourth yellow flag. We had a couple early ones at the start. We've had a couple here in the middle, so it hasn't been too bad Lernerville-wise. Sort of has a bit of an over-under of about 3 or 4. So we're sitting about evens at the moment. Looks like it might be a single file restart this time around. John Bennett, Brian Age, Landy Williams, Hayden H. Henthorne, Brett Vanderwood, Mikey Mixer, Trust McDonald, Chris Dennis, Mike Davis, Wayne Bridges, Connor McCallum, Alan Hunt, Jonathan Foxworth, Jason Coffey, Dawson Potter, and Richard Jackson. And it is a single file restart as our first restart lap is completed. 36 in, 15 is still to come. A little bit of door-to-door action there. The 88 probably got the worst of that as he's fallen down an extra couple of spots there to 8th from 7th. Just Andrew staying in at 6th. There's the 99 Michael Mad Dog Davis. See that one. Alright, let's get back to our race. 10 laps remain in this 50-lap A-main battle. This is the Knuckleheadz iRacing League's Motowear International Limited Late Models at the Lernerville Speedway, Sava, USA. We are here to race out the 4th week of the opening of the new season, the 2025 season. It's going to run from August all the way up until December. We are off next week. No more racing next week. It is a Labor Day weekend in the States. They'll take the racing week off. So we will be back Sunday night for the V8 Supercars for the Aussie Sim Racing League. And then Tuesday night for the Aussie Sim Racing League's GT3 Challenge. But no Knuckleheadz iRacing League racing for a week after this. Right off and racing lap 42 of 50. Not many laps remain, just a couple to go. 3 laps remain. Andy Williams, he is only a half a second behind John Bennett. Let's jump up to the front. Let's watch that battle play out. Excuse me. Oh, no, caution out. We're going to have a green-white checkered finish. Looks like Dawson Potter was the car that came, was the part of that incident. Let's have a look and see. No telemetry for it, of course. Thanks to Lernerville. John Bennett, Andy Williams, Hayden H. Henton, Brett Benwell, Chris Standridge. 2 laps remain. That is the top 5 green-white checkered run here. Will we get all the way around? Richard Jackson has retired. Mike Davis, Dawson Potter, Kelly McKelly in the pits. There's only 12 cars on the track. Andy Williams almost made a move there on that last turn. As we get to the white flag, here we go. This is going to be a race. Can we get wider and watch this run into 3 and 4? Does Andy have anything there? I don't think he's going to, but John is going to try and cover it. Oh my God, he's going to run to the line. Did he get him? 0.022 of a second. What a finish. The heartbreaker, almost heartbroken there. Holy crap. All right, what a finish to that feature race. Let's get those results up on our screen here. Henry Roslowski officially scoring an 18th, 17th, Cody Scrimshire 15th, 16th, Nerdherd Racing's Richard Jackson, Mike Davis for Mo Digging Mafia in 15th, K Charles Ferry and Dawson Potter in 14th. Mo Digging Mafia's Kelly McKellen finished in 13th, RCI's Jason Coffey 12th, Mikey Mixture in 11th, Alan Hunt finished in the top 10. Yoda Outlaws Brian Angel in ninth, Wayne Bridges 8th, the B-Main Bandit, Jonathan Foxworth finished 7th, Travis McDonald 6th, top 5, Yoda Outlaws, Brent Vanderwood in 5th, Outcast Racing's Chris Standridge in 4th, Hayden H. Henthorn in 3rd, Andy Williams oh so close there in 2nd, and John Bennett, J&J Motorsports and Bam Motorsports driver. And my pick to win it all from the start, very start of the night, I said John Bennett was going to take it home, and he has. Congratulations, I've still got it. I can still pick him. I'm an idiot. All right, let's get on over. Let's get over to our interview channel and have a chat. All right, one of those rare times I get to jump in to the winner's booth while John Bennett is in here, and he doesn't jump out on me as I join in. No, Jackie, congratulations, brother. Almost the heartbreaker, almost become the heartbroken there right at the end. I always say Lernerville, sort of an over and under of about 4 to 6 cautions because the track is just tricky. We had about 4 to 6 cautions, I believe. But it wasn't until that last one. It was pretty much all said and done, and then the yellow, the green, white checkered flag finish almost was your undoing there. Andy Williams really trying a few tricks. We'll get back to the start of the race and talk you through that in a moment, but just talk us through that finish. Officially on the leaderboard, it says 0.042 of a second, 400ths of a second. On the fly, it was more about 200ths of a second. It was oh so close.
Oh, yeah, it felt way closer than that. I'm like, not again, because I pissed one away last night. I led that 410 race and pissed it away right on the exiting four. Travis got me. It's been nothing but bad luck, so I'm glad to finally just break through it.
It looked so like he had that run. He got onto the foot. He got that acceleration. He was in front of you coming out of 4. But we say that in 9 times out of 10, if your car's between the wall and the car below you, and you've got that nose just in there, in that gap somewhere, even if it's just in front of the tail, you generally do have enough time to get to the start-finish line. Lernerville is a little bit trickier in that sense because the start-finish line is at the first third of the straightaway rather than the middle or the back third like it traditionally is at other tracks. But dude, for a race where you were anywhere from 1.5 seconds to probably about 8/10 at least, at minimum at one point, got it up to about 1.4, 1.5. It really looked like it was a 48 lap race that you just completely dominated, and then a 2-lap race where you were white knuckle, where it felt like probably those 2 laps were harder than those previous 48. Just in general,
they felt that way.
Just in general, how was Lernerville? Was it feeling good out there tonight? Were there any sort of 19th car sort of situation with the track where it was fighting you a little bit?
It was the usual, but with these limiteds, you're limited if you go to the bottom and try something because you just lose that momentum. So, but it was real slick. I had to have been bouncing the right rear tire right on the cushion every lap, and you stretch that lead out and you're like, come on, no cautions, and then a caution is like, God damn it, and then you got to get a good start. And on the starts, I figured out, cutting down through the bottom of 1 and exiting up high out of 2, I could, separate myself and then make them chase me. But then Andrew caught on once Brian kind of slid off and Andrew was back there. Andrew started following through, and I'm like, well, I can't separate now because he's doing the same move. So I just, at the end, went down and took away the slider because I knew it would be coming probably. So I just kind of moved down that lane to defend it, but not totally be blocking him, and still let him race and have a shot at it too. And it was just enough, I guess.
Yeah, it was pretty exciting. I thought there was Hayden H. Henthorn was looking strong at the start of the night. Chris Standridge, another one that just, and look, you get that in the big races with a bit of rubbing and door-to-door action. But I feel like Chris, Brent Vanderwood, a couple of the other guys, who else was there? Jonathan Foxworth, Dawson, I think, was another one. There's just a few guys that just a little bit too close quarter racing, where it didn't really go their way, or a couple of the guys got caught across the nose and sort of fell back down, weren't able to race it in. But just like every week, it really isn't set in stone until that checkered flag. The top 5 was quite fluid. There was a few guys that really sort of held their own, and you really had to work for it. But for the most part, nothing was really taken for granted or was locked in until that checkered flag, and that's what we really love. I love limited late models. I feel like, much like the street stocks, they're not as powerful as some of the other cars, but I feel like that puts the emphasis on the driver. It means that,
Yeah, they're really racy.
yeah, and that's what they do. They promote that racing. Obviously, we know that the race speed is quite similar out there on the track. We talk about it every week. Um, so to see some of those guys, some of those fastest guys sort of held up and having to really work for their spots and to really work to get past guys, it's only going to make them better. And it means the next time they're back out on the track, some of those issues that they had this week aren't going to be there the following week, sort of thing. Well, 2 weeks in this case, because obviously we're off next week for Labor Day weekend. Let's just have a quick look at the points situation. I know Kent, obviously, whoever paid his daughter's softball team to move their practice night, obviously he wasn't able to make it tonight, but he's our current points leader. If I'm on the right screen, I am on the right screen. Excellent. With 22 points, we'll actually equal points leader, 22 points with Andy Williams, Travis McDonald in third, Foxworth and Moniz behind them. You're all back there in seventh with 12 points, only a couple of points outside of that 5. Is this a championship you think, not that you're going to be in contention for, but is this one that you do want to contend for? Is this I know the Motowear International sponsor, obviously Tom Land and yourself, quite close, and sort of personal sponsor as well. But does that spur you on to want to take out the championship and sort of do him proud in that respect?
As bad as my luck's been, because I took the back half of Grassroots off, I came back after that and I was like, shit, some of these guys that weren't fast are now fast.
They've leveled up,
and then,
yes.
I was, kind of out of the top 5 when I first come back. And then the past week or two, I've been inside the top 5, led a bunch, but just bad luck, lap cars, stuff like that just stupid stuff that's happened. So I'm just glad to finally break through, and then maybe I can just get it going again and see if I can run down. I don't want to let Kent have anything, so I got to try to run him down no matter what.
That's it. And look, yeah, there's I guess there's 2 ways to sort of look at it. Some guys, it is breaking through that glass ceiling and getting that win and getting that monkey off their back and then being able to run off through with it. With others, it's ring rust, seat time. So for yourself, it's just now that win's out of the way, it's the pressure sort of, it's not that you put pressure on yourself, but it's just that subconscious pressure that you put on yourself to perform. You'll find that, it's now that win's out of the way, you've said, okay, I've got it. I can still do it. And, the next few weeks will be a bit more relaxing, hopefully, for you, and a bit more naturally sort of generative in terms of your positions and things like that. But like I said, I've got a week off. So for talking about having seat time and getting back into it, probably not the best ideal thing to do, is have a week off of 3 nights of racing, 5 races. But Labor Day, you got to spend some time with the family and enjoy that break. I was giving Travis crap yesterday. He's only just come off of a family vacation. He doesn't need another holiday. But here we are. Brian Angel.
We'll end up throwing something up like we normally, usually we don't broadcast, but on these off weeks, we still race. We make the post. We got a big league-wide group chat and everything.
Yep.
And somebody's always wanting to do something, so something will get thrown up, and we'll come out here and just race for a couple hours, and then that'll be it. And then we'll pretty much wait until the next week where we get going again.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, in saying that, and before we get to that, just before we do, Brian Angel in the chat, nice win, John. Yeah, I agree. I'm actually, I've said it weeks and weeks and weeks, probably months and months. I think I started saying it at the start of the Grassroots series that you guys have got me getting that itch again. I want to get back on the track. I'm going to get my sim set back up and going. I've done it. My sim is actually back up and running. I've been out on a track. I went out on USA International Dirt Street Stock Official thinking, oh yeah, I used to win these all the time. I'll go out there and just see if I still got it. Man, I could not set to save myself. I was coming in low and just drifting up high into the wall. I could not race. But I'm actually going back into my first league race in about 3 years tonight, taking out the NASCAR, I think Cap Car or Xfinity. We're going out for a Daytona Super Speedway. So you will see me racing it with the Knuckleheadz iRacing League next week as well. I might even stream that, not broadcast it, but just stream my race as well. But yeah, you will start seeing me in those special events. Not when I'm not broadcasting, I will be racing it moving forward. So that is going to be good.
At least like Daytona is a good one to come back after that long of being off, because that's just hold it to the floor, draft, lift when you absolutely need to and stuff, that's a good one to get your feet wet and get back and, feel it out and then go for it after that.
Exactly. I plan on starting from the rear.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's why Jason started from the rear tonight, too. He's been gone for a couple months, and he goes, I just want to start in the back. I don't want to be in anyone's way. I've been gone a while. And I mean, I felt that way too when I came back. It's like, man, I'm just in the way. So,
yeah.
But after this break off, we don't have another break. Yeah, after this, we don't have another break until the end. We go 16 straight. So it's going to be, everybody needs to just, relax. We'll have a fun race here or two and then prepare for that home stretch of a long stretch of get to the end, and we're going right up to almost Christmas, I think, is when we quit. So
Yep. So it's going to be a good run. I can't wait. All right. Well, I just quickly do some bookkeeping over this side. Let's get those important people spoken about. Friends, family, sponsors, my man. Who do you need to give a shout out to for making all this possible?
First off, my old lady and kids for leaving me alone to race. You for broadcasting. You've been with us since the beginning. And you broadcast us every time we do something or ask you to do something. You're down for it and willing to help us. So we appreciate that. All the other admins, there's a couple of them not here tonight, but we, having that, we've added Mikey Mixer to admin. So just even that one more guy is spread the load between all of us a little bit more. Chad Putterball for the paint. KP Plumbing, that's Kent, my teammate. And Motowear International, and then Josh, obviously my other teammate. The three of us are kind of banded together now, so we've had our own conversation about, hey, let's win some trophies, but at the same time, who cares? I got trophies already. I just want to get back in it and have fun with the rest of these guys.
That's it. I think it's more the bragging rights, the Discord chat bragging rights, the being able to give each other grief every week. Far more important than a trophy or a championship in that regard. But no, it's an awesome competition. You guys, it's not about domination. It's not about being the best. It is about lifting everyone up around you and bringing yourself and them along with you. And that is pretty much the essence of the Knuckleheadz iRacing League and what you guys have done. And like you say, you can't take any time off because you come back and everyone has just leveled up a bit. And it's sort of two steps forward, one step back, because if you take a little bit of time off, you're a little bit on the back foot anyway. And having those guys sort of closing that skill gap, it's great. It's one of the main reasons why you guys can say to me, we're going to do this for 3 weeks, or we're going to do this for 2 months, we're going to do this, you on board? Yeah, I am. We know what days I keep clear. I have people reach out and go, hey, can we do a Monday, or can we do a Tuesday, or once you've done that league, can we take over? No. The Sunday, Monday, Tuesday night Americans are Knuckleheadz nights, and you guys know that. You can plan around it. It's just that freedom to work with it. And like I say, I'll ride your coattails as long as you'll keep me here.
Oh yeah, we love having you. I like that. It's really gotten close. Everybody's speed has gotten close. I mean, you look at the times when we're practicing qualifying; it's hundreds or thousands of a second. Yeah. That could be from first to 10th. And I mean, I like that more. Like, passing someone should be a challenge, not just somebody come from the back, drive through the field, have the lead in 5-10 laps, and off they go. Like, now it's a challenge. Everybody, you got to fight for every inch you can get without wrecking each other. And I mean, there's pretty good side-by-side 3-wide racing that we've had going on here lately. So hopefully we can keep it up and just keep it, low on cautions like tonight, which I'm actually proud of the guys. Lernerville's tough, especially in these. You've got to keep them around the top. So the fact that we only had, that 4 to 6 cautions, like you said, is just a testament to everybody, improving and getting better at their skill sets.
Could not agree more. All right, my man, I will let you go. You enjoy your night. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend. Love to you and the family. Hope you have a great weekend. And we'll see you back on our screens in 2 weeks' time and when we start it all back over again.
Yep, see you, Bob.
Catch you, man. Congratulations. All right, that was John Bennett, our winner here today. Griff the Merciless in the chat. Did you pure rag at a boot? Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was messy. It was not pretty at all. All right, guys, you may have noticed in the chat on the stream and in YouTube, not Facebook, because Facebook apparently dropped out about halfway through the stream, that I've put the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/BobbethTV. What we're going to do is we're going to raid out to one of my buddies who's also streaming it right now, share some love and go check out some other stuff other than iRacing. What I need you guys to do that aren't on the Twitch channel, to just jump on over if you wouldn't mind and come along for this ride. So I'll give you a couple of seconds. We'll get that all sorted, and we'll go from there. But thank you so much for coming out and watching. My name's Bob. Love you all. Bye.